Sachin, what does statistics reveal about cancer in India?
As per the recent statistics, India is going to become the cancer capital of the world by the year of 2035. Also, as per the latest reports by Harvard University and Oxford University, they are saying that by 2030, every second person in the world is going to get cancer at some point in their lives. Still, the awareness of cancer is not there. Even with people who are suffering from cancer and the family members of the patient, they are still not aware about exact details about cancer. And it is very important for people to know about preventive measures, about the treatment facilities, and about the new technologies which have come in cancer. And not having knowledge about that could lead to patient not getting the best quality of treatment.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to PODCAGS Season 2, especially curated for our young learners. I am in conversation with Mr. Sachin Deshmukh, the Managing Director of Onco Life Group of Hospitals. Under his dynamic leadership, this reputed group of hospitals was recognized as the best oncology hospital in 2019 by India Achievers and IPSA Awards. And of course, he's a proud alumnus of Children's Academy Thakur Complex, batch 2008. A very warm welcome to you, Sachin.
Thank you, ma'am, and it's great to be here.
Sachin, you're so young, and at such a young age, you've achieved so much. So, what is your secret mantra?
Ma'am, the thing is that I have always believed that a person should be very down to earth. The humility is very important in order to become successful. A person, obviously, there is no replacement for hard work as well. And also, listening to people is very important. Many people now during this generation don't want to listen but just want to talk. And when you listen to the people, you get to know a lot of things, you get to know the person as well. So I think that's what I've been doing. And also for me, my employees comes first, because if my employees are happy, they are going to keep the patients happy. So I always prioritize their needs and their happiness.
Sachin, why did you choose healthcare management?
Honestly, I think more than me choosing healthcare management, healthcare industry only chose me, I feel. The only reason being that my father also is into this industry for the past 40 years. Me and my father together started this hospital in 2014, and from then there was no looking back, and we identified the gaps in this industry. And honestly, me and my father wanted to help people out because we know how much people suffer from cancer and so much they have to travel. So our always main motto was to open up cancer hospitals in 2 and 3 tier cities where there are not even basic healthcare facilities available. So that's how I got into this healthcare, and it's been more than 10 years now.
Sachin, you are an entrepreneur. What are the two qualities that an entrepreneur should possess?
Actually, there are many qualities which an entrepreneur should possess, because they are handling way number of things, in the business. So first being that they should have the leadership quality. They should be able to lead the people. They should be bold enough to take the decisions. They should not hesitate. They should have a very creative and critical approach, and also they should be able to communicate well, because they will be always communicating with their employees, with the vendors, with the clients. So the communication is also very important, which an entrepreneur should possess.
When it comes to choice of career, what is your advice to our students?
I honestly believe that a student should never listen to their parents when it comes to the career part. I believe that the decisions that they take for the kids are very emotional and not very rational. And since the world is always evolving, there are many new opportunities which are knocking on the doorstep. And I think a career counselor is the best person to guide them and to assess their skills and their intellect and help them to choose the right path.
So, does this come from your own personal experience?
Definitely, ma'am. Actually, my parents wanted me to pursue science and then engineering, and they had laid out an entire pathway for me in the past. And but then I somehow was not of that opinion, and I took a bold decision that I don't want to pursue science, and I then went on to pursue commerce. Although I used to get a lot of flack from my parents that commerce is only for the people who do not want to study or who just want to, waste their time and energy. But that is entirely not true. I think people who pursue commerce as well are doing way better in the business and their work and everything.
Sachin, you mentioned about commerce and students pursuing commerce as their career path. So, what should they be doing to ensure that they become effective and become productive when they join the workforce?
So basically, if you see in any company, more than 70% of the people are commerce people, because most of the designations that require are the management related, be it HR, finance, or any other designations. So the commerce gives a platform to learn these things. Even for business, a person with a commerce background could be able to handle business better, because all these subjects, be it supply chain management, be it finance, be it law, industrial law, human resources, marketing, everything is included in that, in those subjects, which is very important for a person to run a business. So I think commerce has a lot of options when it comes to their career path, and I think there are more options in commerce than engineering and medical field.
Sachin, how did Children's Academy help you choose healthcare management as your career?
I remember during my ninth standard, there was a career counseling and aptitude test which was conducted in the school, and that too free of cost. Like there was no charge, nothing, and they wanted us, to have a professional, someone who is guiding us to, choose our career. So after the aptitude test, we had a session with the career counselor, and she had given me two options: either you join the Navy or the Army, or you join the management related, something like that. So I think that's the reason. And being from the healthcare family background, so I was like, why not in healthcare management? And during the year 2010, healthcare management course curriculum came into the picture. Before that, there was no specific healthcare management curriculum. And when I saw the curriculum, I was like, this is what I would want to do, and I would want to pursue that in the future. And that's when I decided that I'll go for it.
Sachin, we would love to hear some fond memories of your school life.
I was into sports. I was into athletics for representing the school as well. So Edward sir used to train us, and although I wanted to play cricket and volleyball as well, he somehow was not convinced that, and he thought that I'm wasting the PT period in those things, and I'd rather focus on athletics. And thanks to him that I got so many medals, and whenever I used to do the high jump, and people used to come and sit and look at me and cheer for me, and I used to break all the records during those school days. So that was a very memorable moment for me, actually.
Sachin, were there any teachers who mentored you?
Definitely, there are many teachers who mentored me. Some of them who I fondly remember were Seema ma'am, Rekha ma'am was there, Rakesh sir was there, and Nafisa ma'am is there. Although Nafisa ma'am was very strict, so for us it was like winning her approval, or getting her to say some few compliments and so few good words to us. We used to work extra hard. She used to make us attend extra classes who were not faring well, and there were many times where we didn't fare well during the exams. So that also helped us a lot, and all these teachers were very understanding, and they used to explain to us even if we used to ask them again and again. And I think the patience that they had towards us, that was phenomenal, and I think that helped us a lot.
Were there any pivotal moment in your career which impacted your leadership and decision making skills?
Definitely. One I totally remember is COVID-19. Those were the difficult 2 years, I think, for everyone in the world. For us, being in healthcare, we were although in healthcare, but we are not managing the COVID patients because we have cancer patients who are usually immunocompromised. So we didn't want to hamper their treatment just to get COVID patients. So definitely it was a difficult time. Many cancer patients are not coming to the hospital, and obviously there was a financial crunch going on due to that. Due to which many employees were scared of losing their jobs, and there was a lot of insecurity going on. So during that time, we as a management and me personally also made sure that we did not fire anyone. We made sure that they got their salaries on time, and we also made sure that they'll not lose their jobs because of COVID-19 ever. So giving that assurance and making sure that at least they have a roof over their heads and family to feed during these difficult times. I think it took a lot of courage, and it helped us push even further and work more hard towards it just to fulfill on that promise. I think that helped a lot, and that changed the style of leadership that I always wanted.
Has winning awards impacted you in any way?
Definitely, it gave us a boost, and it also gave us an reassurance basically that we are doing the right job. And as per my father, he says that anything you do, it should be ethical. There should be complete honesty. There should be no cheating the patients or the employees or anyone. And the integrity part is very important, and that's what we have been following his footsteps. And that was the success that we got, the result of all these things together.
Sachin, where do you see yourself 5 years hence?
I would like to see myself on the cover of Forbes magazine, of course. That's the ultimate aim for me in the next 5 years. Also, in terms of company, uh, we are hoping that within the next 3 years we'll be listed, and also we are also planning to expand and to more locations where the need for cancer is there.
Sachin, your life is so hectic. How do you maintain that work life balance?
Definitely, we are working for 10 to 12 hours a day in an environment where no one wants to go to. So, because of that, we also need a fun aspect as well. We need that balance. We want to rejuvenate again in order to give our best every day. So definitely we go on a lot of treks. We do, we play a lot of sports along with the team as well. So it's a team building exercise also, and also along with my family and friends. So it helps a lot. But work-life balance, I think, is very important for everyone and in every field.
Sachin, you are in such a serious business and always surrounded by emotional turmoils. How do you deal with it?
So basically, it's all about keeping a positive mindset, having some sense of humor. Uh, like because being in such a negative environment also, and going through all these things every day, you need to have that that joy and that some banter at least amongst your colleagues, friends. And that's how keeps us going because we cannot always be serious about all of the things in front of patients and everything, definitely, but amongst us, whenever we are there together, it's all about business also, but a little fun also. So I think that keeps us sane.
Sachin, we're all eager to know how were you as a student?
As a very average student actually, although I used to do well in my exams whenever it was the final exams, but any unit test or anything I used to not fare well because I used to not study much, not take things seriously. Although now I feel that I should have, but there are no regrets. That's okay. And we used to have a lot of fun, and even the teachers are a lot of fun in the school, and they used to tolerate us day in and day out. But otherwise, I think that you should have that fun also in school, but along with that, study and keep that focus. So, but otherwise, I was more into sports than studies during my schooling days.
Sachin, who has been your greatest source of support throughout your journey?
So my greatest inspiration and source of support has always been my father. Uh, he has inspired many people in the healthcare industry, including me, and he's someone I always look up to. And the indirect support in my career and my dad's career obviously has been my mother. She has always been with us. She has always supported us. She has always been our cheerleader, always. And that's the reason I think without their support, we couldn't have been where we are right now.
Sachin, this is especially for students who plan to pursue commerce after grade 10. What should be their focus once they cross grade 10?
I think commerce is a very good option for kids to pursue after 10th standard. It lays a foundation for the kids for the business aspects, the finance, accounting, supply chain, legal, and everything. So it lays a good foundation if they want to become a businessman in the future or be at a leading position in a company.
Sachin, when you are looking at prospective employees, what are the skills and qualities that you're looking for?
I usually interview a lot of people and a lot of candidates on a daily basis. Uh, what we look for is the first thing is very important, which is communication skills. Is the most important thing because I might be thinking anything, but I might not be able to put across those points perfectly. So that's where the main aspect comes in. Second thing is we also tend to see that people are not very genuine. People always Google things. They'll ask certain people, "What should I say? How should I behave?" So genuineness is also very important, and many people don't come prepared for the interview. There should be a little prep also required. So yeah, but mainly these three things are the most important when we are looking for the candidate, and also the technical know-how of the industry, and also one more important thing is if they have researched about the company before coming to the interview. That is something we always assess the person by.
Sachin, do you think undergoing internship and building a strong portfolio help students build a better career?
Definitely, ma'am. It always helps. They get to see the real working experience, working environment at such an early age. Although I see many students who are wanting internship, they also expect some remuneration, which I think is very unrealistic. And I would suggest that never think about money at such an early age, but rather work there for experience. And before choosing an internship, always see what are the scope of work that they will give you. Because just going for the internship and not building up your skills is a waste of time. So whenever you go do a proper research, ask them the questions before starting that internship job as to like what you will do and what is going to be there for you, and what are the skill sets that they will acquire. So I think it is very important, but the kids should be well informed about it.
Sachin, this podcast is being viewed by our young learners. What is your message for them?
Firstly, I would like to tell all the lovely students that do not go for the rat race that is there. Do not succumb to the pressure. Do not take that mental stress of scoring these many marks. It's not going to always define your career or your success. I think success comes later, but you should also have a balance. You should play sports, focus on your health as well, and go out, have some fun, and just not be a bookworm and just being stuck to the books. So I think that's very important for the students, and also I would urge the parents also to not pressurize their kids too much and let them live a little.
Sachin, that's such a wonderful message. Fun and health. Our students should prioritize fun and health. That was a wonderful message that you've conveyed to a young audience. And thank you for this honest, enriching, and such an interesting conversation. Thank you, Sachin.
Thank you so much for having me. It was lovely being here.